How bone broth and notebooks helped Baker earn England opportunity. Sonny Baker is rarely short of words. With the great James Anderson 100 teammate for a month, England's newest pace bowler has had to rein it in. "I've been fairly self-conscious," he tells BBC Sport. "I know I ask a lot of questions, so I've been trying to ease him into that and not just spray him straight away." When the 22-year-old received a phone call from an unknown number on Friday morning, a number that it later became clear belonged to England coach Brendan McCullum, who was about to give him his first international call-up, for once, Baker was truly tongue-tied. "I said to him, I promise I'm normally more talkative than this. I'm just a bit lost for words," says Baker. Baz was like, "Yeah, I've heard." Baker, who grew up in Devon and switched his cricketing home from Somerset to Hampshire last year, loves talking, and fast bowling is his favorite topic. Whether tactics, the mechanics of an action, or looking after his body, the Hampshire Quick is a self-confessed bowling nerd. At times, it pushes the boundaries. He drinks bone broth every day in an attempt to avoid a repeat of the back stress fractures that dogged the early part of his career. "You basically put bones in boiling water, the same as a slow cooker, and it just dissolves the minerals out of the bone," he says. "You get collagen in there as well. If you chuck root veg or whatever in there, a bit of black pepper, it tastes quite nice. I think it has made a big difference." Baker had his first stress fracture at 17, at which point he was considering a career as a teacher. Others followed in 2022 and 2023, but, whether down to the bone broth or not, Baker has been free of such issues since and is making up for lost time. After impressing in Australia with England Lions last winter, he was awarded an England development contract in February before he had played a match in the county championship. A Division 1 debut came in April, a first 5-wicket haul a week later. But it has been while playing for Manchester Originals in the 100 that Baker has really caught the eye. David Warner was hopping when Baker opened with 5 consecutive dots, while no one, not even England bowler Jofra Archer, has bowled more balls quicker than 87 miles per hour than Baker, a statistic that makes the youngster grin. "It's what I find fun about the game," Baker says. "The injuries I've had have almost given me clarity on that. Some days you're going to go for runs and it would be so much easier if I bowled 70 miles per hour nibblers. I could know where it's going, balls wouldn't get edged to 4, I'd go for a lot less and suddenly I wouldn't feel so rubbish in myself. But you also wouldn't have those days where it starts reverse swinging and everyone's thinking, give this kid the ball. Let's go and come out of the bar to watch. Trade-off, isn't it? I know that it's likely to come with more injuries. I'm at peace with that." Others have not been as fortunate as Anderson when it comes to Baker's fulfilling his thirst for knowledge. He remains refreshingly enthusiastic and during the 100 in 2022 chewed the ear of Pakistan quick Wahab Riaz. He also used his contacts to track down and phone up Brett Lee and Sean Tate, 2 of the quickest bowlers Australia has ever produced. "Earlier in my career I, not asked questions for the sake of asking them, but I didn't know what answers I was trying to get," he says. "I would just ask things to try and collect all the information that I possibly could to think, whereas as I've learned a bit more, I've probably got more specific with my questions." Baker is also a prolific notemaker, something he puts down to his education. At the time of his first stress fracture he was targeting a place to study biology at the University of Oxford, and now he records analysis on opposition batters in a little book, along with plans and hopes for the future. "I've just found it keeps me involved in the analysis stuff and then really remember it," Baker says. "It would be an absolute nightmare if you're not really sure whether you're meant to bowl wide or straight and then you pick the wrong one. You can't really justify that to yourself at the end of the game." The 100 means there is already a page in Baker's notebook titled with the name of an Australian great. Of the 12 balls Baker bowled to Steve Smith when Welshfire hosted Manchester Originals last Monday, 3 were hit for 4 and another 3 resulted in a false shot. "It has been surreal, writing notes on Steve Smith thinking, am I actually going to be opening the bowling at him?" Baker says. This is the company Baker now keeps, however, and, having rehabbed in Sydney after his most recent back injury, he has spent the past 2 winters in Australia. Another will likely come this year, with the young quick expected to be part of the Lions squad shadowing the test team around the Ashes series. From there anything can happen. Far more unlikely names have been plucked by England to make a test debut down under. I mean, that would be good fun, wouldn't it? Baker says. I'll refer back to notes on any matters, and Steve Smith is one of the red ball goats, greatest of all time, so I'd definitely be coming back to that analysis if I end up needing it. But let's just worry about the next few games first. Let's not get too far out of ourselves. We've got 100 to try and win, and then South Africa series to try and win, and then Ireland series try and win way before we think about any of all of that stuff. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more cricket updates.